So why should building owners care about BIM? Manufacturing and aerospace industry that employ lean management methodologies and have switched to digital modeling have revolutionized their industry. The early adopters of these processes have achieved efficiency in manufacturing as well as commercial success, whereas late adopters were forced to catch up in order to compete. Now the building industry is facing a similar revolution, requiring process changes and a paradigm shift from 2D-based documentation and delivery process to a digital prototype and collaborative workflow. BIM has the potential to make the owner better informed, thus facilitating their decision-making. The information enables the owner to better understand the design intent. The information provided in the combination of the 3D visualization and the energy and the lighting analysis all help to better inform decision-making. This information can help to ensure that the building can be designed to achieve the most efficient and best overall performance. Good project coordination across various phases enhance project delivery schedule and budget management, and also contribute to post-construction asset and facility management, building automation and control, and many other benefits, including increased property resale values of the building, as well as leasing revenues. When well planned and executed, the use of BIM may reduce the building life cycle cost of 7 to 20%. Does it mean the owner just has to wait and see BIM benefits happen? Merely requiring BIM on a project does not equate to success if the owner's goals for the project are not clearly set and BIM requirements do not correlate to achieve those goals. In order to use BIM effectively, a project should begin with defining the BIM requirement. Owners should establish processes, standards, and deliverables for BIM-enabled projects that can be continually shared and agreed upon by the owners and the rest of the project team. The choice of project delivery method of the project affects the way in which the BIM is developed and how information is exchanged. A design-build project will only have one project BIM manager, while a design-bid-build project will have one BIM manager during the design and often another one during construction. Studies show the design-build or the IPD, integrated project delivery, is the most effective method to utilize BIM, and the main reason is the coordination of contractors, subcontractors, and fabricators in the design process, allowing the virtual prototype of the building to be fully studied before construction even begins. Depending on which part of the world you are in, the BIM requirements are developed in the owner contract named EIR, Employees Information Requirement, or OPR, Owner's Project Requirements. So, a chapter or an appendix should be dedicated to BIM requirements. An owner's representative exists to help owners identify the project goals and compose the owner's BIM project requirement contract. They serve as primary relation between the owner and the project BIM manager for all BIM-related issues. And they also receive, review, and approve BIM deliverables for each phase of the project. The National Institute of Building Science developed the National Building Information Modeling Guide for Owners. The purpose of this guide is to outline for the building owners how to develop and implement requirements for the application of BIM. I truly advise you to read it. So once a project team is assembled and everyone's role and responsibilities are identified, then the owner collaboratively participates in the creation of a BIM execution plan with key project stakeholders. Whereas a model is to be used for design and documentation and then for construction, the BIM execution plan should address model exchange procedure, in other words, how model can migrate between project phases effectively with minimum effort. But first, the project BIM team members need to coordinate the BIM use they seek to leverage when they determine the model exchange procedures. As you can see, owners have a big role to play in the BIM process. They are the ones driving and encouraging BIM. There is no size or complexity a project should reach to be BEAMable. Each project is unique and will need particular attention from issues such as a house in a snowy region or an hospital in an earthquake zone. BEAM is so huge, it allows many studies and analysis, so many in fact that will need limits. By defining the goal and related BEAM use regarding the project's needs and budget, we can make the BEAM project size manageable. Otherwise, we could spend a lifetime playing with the project and its 3D BEAM model. So remember, define your goals.